So recently I've been using this bag as my photography bag. It's called the Peak Design Everyday Sling, and this is the 3-liter version of it in black. What I like about this bag is that it's really small and really lightweight. So as a really small person, it really suits me well to carry this around. It doesn't look too bulky on me, it doesn't feel too heavy. What I really like is that it has this really thick strap and it lets me easily access all the things that I need for my shoot. So let's take a peek inside what I'm carrying around with me on a typical shoot. So the first thing that I have in here is my point and shoot camera. I carried an extra pouch. Let me open this for you. Small Olympus point and shoot camera with a 35mm 3.5 lens. So it's very tiny and it fits into one of the compartments of the bag. The other things that I have in this smaller compartment is an extra battery for my point and shoot, some more extra AA batteries for an external flash. Then I have this, which are 2 filters. One is the Tiffin 49mm black Pro Mist filter in the strength 3. This is to make photos a little bit softer and blurrier. And this is another filter, which is another Tiffin 49mm warm soft FX filter 3. Okay, what else do we have here? So I have this little thing, which is very useful. It's a little wiping cloth for my lenses. I like that it's in this little plasticky compartment. The next thing that I have in here is another extra battery for my main analog camera, which I will show you in a minute. I have this, which is a pen thing that you can use to clean and wipe your lenses. And it has 2 ends. It has this soft little end and it has a little brush thing. Okay, then of course I have some rolls of film in here, and I currently have 3 rolls of film in here, and I'll show you them. So the first roll of film that I have is of course one of my favorite film stocks, which is the Portra 400 film. I like it because of the perfect skin tones and neutral tones, the soft pastel look that you want to see in portraits. So this is one of the standard films that I use for all my portrait shoots. The second one that I have in here is a black and white film because I love to shoot in color as well as in black and white for my portrait shoots. And this is the favorite film stock that I'm using for my black and white photography. The Ilford HP5 in 400 black and white film. I really like the smoothness of this film. It doesn't have a lot of grain. I like the contrast. It's neither too contrasty nor too flat for a black and white film. And of course you can adjust the contrast later on in your Lightroom or whatever you use to process your images. And the third one that I want to show you that's also in here, this film stock. It's the Cinestill 800T, which is a lovely film if you are using it in darker situations and especially if you're using it in artificial light. So this is great if you're photographing in the evening and you have some artificial light coming from street lanterns, from cars, from lit window shelves, from anything like that, like neon colors. This film stock will really render that really beautifully and catch all the different light situations really well. But I've also used it during the daytime, and I liked how it turned out as well. It has really strong colors, especially reds and blues turn out really, pop really well with the scene still. What else do we have in here? Of course, the main thing that I'm carrying around in this photography bag is my analog camera, and I will show it to you now. This is the camera that I carry around. It's a Minolta X300. With this nice little strap attached. So this goes into the main compartment, and then all the accessories and the smaller camera that I've shown you go into the side compartment, which is separated by a cool little divider that you can take out as you want and place it wherever you want in the bag, so you can divide the bag however you like it. This is really cool because then you can customize your bag to whatever needs you personally have, and I love this. So it has a little inside compartment pocket, which is really useful to put really small things like SD cards if you have. I put in there my batteries and my pen, as I've shown you, my cleaning pen. It all zips up very nicely. And in the front, the bag has another compartment, which I just carry one little thing in, and these are my business cards. So I have a set of different business cards. Which I usually carry with me to every shoot, to every job that I have, just in case somebody wants to get my contact. I have it ready in my front pocket of the bag. Okay, so this is my minimalist setup for this bag. What I also tend to do is to have a backpack with me for all the rest of the stuff that I will need or might need, and the backpack that I'm carrying is this version of the Kanken by Fjällräven, and I usually carry additional things in this backpack. So what I have in there is usually my wallet, my journal slash workbook that I use to usually plan out my shoots and my shots. In preparation for a shoot, I will most often do a little shot list for me and a list of ideas that I want to try during the shoot. And also what it's really useful for is if you are keeping roll notes. So roll notes are notes that you make for every single roll that you shoot, so you can remember what kind of settings you used, if you played with the ISO, if you pushing or pulling the film, things like that. If you are interested for me to make a video about how I take my roll notes and what roll notes are, let me know in the comments below and like the video so I know that I will make this video for you in the future. So another thing that I carry in my backpack is usually an umbrella, which is useful if you have bad weather during your shoot, but it's also useful if you need to throw some shade. And then I have a couple of knickknacks in the front pocket here, so some Kleenex and a pen for my roll notes. And usually I will also have an external flash in here, so either my little external flash by, I think it's called Unicat, or my big Mets flash that I can attach to my 35mm Minolta camera. Sometimes I won't carry a flash with me because I will do all my flash photos on the Olympus, but that kind of depends on what I'm planning to do and what the shoot is about. And the very last thing that I carry either in the small bag or in the backpack that I will carry to any shoot at the moment is, of course, a mask. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys and interesting to see what I personally carry around in my photography bag. This is a very minimalist setup, which is just how I like it, not to be carrying around too much heavy stuff and not to have too many things to deal with when I'm on a shoot or when I'm out shooting in the street, when I'm shooting street photography. So if you like this, give this video a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.